Rightio, the big reveal, the video you guys have all been waiting for. We are so excited to show you. We are giving away a free set of eye-check deflators here. They're worth 89 bucks. You're gonna get them for free. All you have to do to win those is be subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment your favorite mod or favorite feature on our brand new van behind us here. Dropping the tires, we're running about 10 on the van. Let's get it down this soft beach and we're gonna run you through the entire thing. We cannot wait.
Sets off an unsuspecting hurt, and as you step back in the line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, dance, man, you never had a chance, and no one even knew it was real. Now you see take you out today. Nice work you did. You gotta go fuck it with
Would you believe this van's only 1 day old? We take it straight to the beach, drop the tyres to 10 pound and tow it down one of the softest beaches. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions already by just having a little sneak peek at the van. We almost didn't make it to this video as you guys seen, but we have some huge secrets and we're going to be revealing them. Just looking at it, I'm sure you have a few questions already, like it's got no stickers. We're going to get into all of that. But the opportunity we have been given is absolutely insane. So a manufacturer has approached us and given us the opportunity, me and Sarah, to design and build our dream caravan. Not just taking an existing caravan lengthwise and all the layouts and just adding a bit of solar and batteries. I mean, we got pen and paper and we literally drew this thing and we could have done any length, any size, any features, any layouts. I'm talking literally free reign on this thing. The reason it's been delayed is because some of our ideas are so outlandish and ridiculous. It took a little while to get engineered and actually legally on the road. But here it is behind us here and we are so proud to be able to show you guys this. Never has a manufacturer put so much trust, pretty much just customers. So this is our van, this is our model. And we cannot wait to run you through all the features and all the weird stuff that we've done on this thing.
We want to start off by saying this is not a walk around video. So today we're just going to give you a glimpse of our new caravan. This is a prototype and we are still working on it over the next few months. So stick around to the end of the video and we'll explain why there's no stickers on it and why we're not showing you every little piece of the van today.
Rightio, weights. Everyone wants to know weight. So this van at the moment is coming in around 2.9 tear. Now I know that sounds like a lot. We are trying to weight save, and like I said, this is a prototype model, but as you can see, it's built like a tank, and that's what we like. We like things built strong, but there's definitely a fine line between getting the weights right and having it still super strong. So we're still working all that out. So 2.9 tear. We've actually reduced the size of the van down to 17'9". So this is a 17'9" caravan. As you guys know, we were with Urban and we were running the 18'9" Extreme model last year. The van is smaller by 1 foot. However, you should see inside this thing, it feels like a 20-foot van, and there's a few little sneaky tricks that we've done, and they are tricks to make this feel a lot bigger than what it actually is and retain that luxury size caravan. Rightio, so one of the biggest changes, and this was one of our non-negotiables when we designed this, was the width of the caravan. Now, if you didn't know, normal off-road caravan, a premium caravan, whatever it is, they're normally 2.4 meters wide. Now, a hybrid caravan, the reason they're called a hybrid is it's referring to the track width. They're only 2 meters wide, meaning they fit perfectly behind the car. The issue in the industry at the moment is 2.4 is so bad to go down tracks, and 2 meters, you lose that luxury feel inside the van. So me and Sarah thought, let's halve it. We've reduced the size of this van to 2.2 meters wide, and wait until you see inside. You cannot even tell the difference, but that 200 mil doesn't sound like a lot, but that is going to get us down a lot more tracks, especially on the beach. A normal caravan on the beach will actually plow its own set of tracks because it sits outside the wheel track of the car. This one only widens the track, so it actually sits in the track and makes the track a little bit wider. So that's what that 200 mil does. Plus we're hopefully going to avoid all those pesky scratches. So essentially what I'm saying is we didn't want to sacrifice the 2.4 meter wide luxury feel like you're in a full-size caravan, and it's very livable full-time travelers or big trips that you want to do. we also wanted to make the van more off-road capable, and I think that's what we've done. Another benefit to going 2.2 wide is that the van is actually sitting behind the car a lot better. There's less wind drag. So that was one of the major things, reducing that width of the Caravan. And it's not a common thing to see a Caravan that's in between a hybrid and a full-size van. So let's talk about the next big elephant in the room. It's not me anymore. It's now this big black box here. So long story long, it was a Friday afternoon. I had between about 7 to 22 beers. What do you expect? If you give a pen and paper to someone that's on the spectrum, of course the front box is going to look like this. It looks like an absolute missile from North Korea. Front box has to be three things. It has to be practical, so a lot of storage, a lot of literage for stuff that you want to carry, plus it has to be aerodynamic. You don't want this big straight front box on the front of your van because it's just going to be a big wind drag. So it had to be practical, aerodynamic, but it also had to look sick. We think it looks absolutely unreal, and it gives it that really, really tough front end. We've got a compartment up the top here. So as you can see, huge amount of storage. Like, this is bigger than some kids' bunks in vans, and it goes the full 2.2 meters wide on the back there. And we've got an extra compartment up here for extra long stuff. So maybe fishing rods, something along those lines. I'm actually going to keep our Mangrove Jack boat trailer that we just picked up in the front here. That's how much space it's got. Now, you're probably thinking, where's the Barbie go? So that was something that we didn't want to sacrifice. I'm very sorry about the wind and the waves. As you can see, we've still got our weather slide, bang. The front box is actually incorporated into the van, so it actually follows the same contour as the top of the van down. And like I said, that's going to provide some aerodynamics. And I think it looks pretty aesthetically nice. I think that looks really good. And the little accents as well, I think looks great. So that is the front box. And yeah, it's an absolute monster. Of course, we need to put our gas bottles somewhere. Gone for the 2 4.5s this year. Last year we only used 3 9-kilo gas bottles. So this year we've gone for the 2 4.5s. I know we'll have to change them more often. It's a massive box, and the possibilities are endless. So much room for activities.
That looks like what you would buy from a store.
So
You
much,
do aerobics in here.
so many activities.
So another hypothesis we've had with making this van the ultimate van is external storage space. Now, it's something we talk to everyone about. Everyone says to us, we need more external storage space, because conventionally you have a smaller front box and a tunnel boot, that is it. So this van, we've gone crazy. We've got an extended tunnel boot, so it's even bigger and wider. Plus we've got this storage section right here. It's under bed storage. Now, what's even better than that is that it's now accessible from the top and also the side of the van, like the outside. So you can access this from within the van and also the outside. So that is great. And I don't know the literage of capacity in this van, but it'd be astronomical. There's not too many vans out there this size in that 17-foot mark with this much storage. Rightio, moving to the back of the van, I've actually designed this little locker at the back of the van. It's utilizing useless space inside the van. And what I'm gonna do, it isn't in there yet, but I'm gonna mount a little auxiliary water pump. So another little sea flow with 2 tails coming off it, and it's all wired in. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna plug one end into my water bladder and then the other into my tanks. So I don't have to pull out an auxiliary pump out of the car. I don't have to pack that with it. It's all inbuilt in the van. So it's all well and good having all the solar, you know, all the batteries, but some things that people they forget about is how to get water out of water bladders. They also forget about having cassette toilets. You need to empty them every 2 days. So we're going to show you the toilet and all that, but pretty much the onus and the premise of this design is that so there's no weak points in the van. You're not going to run out of power. You're not going to run out of water. Well, eventually you're going to, but you're not going to run out of all these things that all lean on each other, because there's no point in having an endless amount of power but not enough water, if that makes sense. That's going to send you back to civilization. So we're trying to design a van for doomsday, essentially. Rightio, another few changes we've made. We've added this rear bar. Now we're still perfecting this. We're still trying to weight save with this. It's got every accessory bolted to it at the moment. Will I get rid of a few to make it a little bit lighter? Yes, I definitely will, but this is how we've picked it up so far. Super high quality rear bar. And yeah, I can't wait to muck around with this and see how much weight we can pull out of this rear bar. But we've got the spare wheel up here as well, which is great. That's at such a good height to change the spare tyre. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Another jerry holder on this side. We've also got a trundle drawer here, and then access to storage from either side of the rear bar as well. Another bit of an elephant in the room is that rear spoiler. Very polarizing topic. No, it doesn't give you any more downforce when you're driving on the highway. Don't let anyone tell you that it does provide downforce. All that is doing for us is giving us the space to add more solar panels on the roof. And yeah, this van's got 1300 watts of solar. And with that little extension, we can get that almost up to 1.6 kilowatts of solar on a 17'6" van. So that is why we've done that. It does look pretty cool. It does add a little bit of wank factor, but yeah, it's not for downforce, it's for solar. Another part of the dimensions that we've made smaller for that aerodynamics, the weight saving, and also to save hopefully a little bit of fuel. We've actually shortened the height of the van. So normal vans, I'm 6'2". Normally I have another sort of few inches above my head. We've made this van good for 6'6" people. If you're 6'8", Sarah just sneezed, Gesundheit. I googled how many people on planet Earth are over 6'6", and it's like 2 or 3% or something like that. So if you are over 6'6", sorry mate, you're not going to fit in this van. I'm 6'2", and I've still got this much roof height. So essentially by doing that, we're going to save a bit of fuel. Hopefully it's going to be better to go down those tracks but not have to worry about the height of the van. We've gone with the same ROH rims, but there's a difference in this setup here. It's the same 285 70/17 Mickey Thompson, so they're a 33-inch tyre. However, we have got disc brakes, baby. Woo!
We have got disc brakes, baby.
So last time we went Terraglide suspension again this time, which I'll show you in a minute, but they only had drums as of last year. They've just released their disc brakes, and let me tell you, it is an absolute joy to get back into disc brake vans. They come on nice and smooth. Once you go to disc brakes, it's very hard to go back to drum brakes, if that makes sense, but drum brakes definitely do the job as well. Let's talk about the suspension and some other governing factors around our design hypotheses. We've gone the Terraglide again. As you guys know, we got the first Terraglide airbags in the country on our last van. Now, we're absolutely blown away by the ride quality, the flex, and how hard it was to lift wheels with the van. We think it's a superior piece of kit, especially now it's optioned with disc brakes. Now, one of the governing factors about our design and pretty much our hypothesis with the 2.2 metre wide van is that we still needed clearance for these huge trailing arms. So as you can see, there's bugger all gap just here. These trailing arms almost touch in the middle, and any narrower van and you wouldn't actually be able to fit this suspension. So 2.2 we found was the absolute magic number for the Terraglide. And this stuff is Caravan race suspension. We have nothing to do with Terraglide, we just like their product. We've had Cruisemaster as well, and that is also a fantastic product. So we've had ATX, we love that as well. But now this is optioned with disc brakes, it's really, really good. Terraglide have listened to our review last year as well, and they've added a bigger air tank on this kit here. So we've got the upgraded size air tank, and that's going to allow the van to push up and down a lot quicker, a lot more air capacity. Having the trailing arms almost touch in the middle is absolutely ridiculous. Another big change in this van is we've gone for the gooseneck chassis. Now, the reason we've done this is so if you do have a Hilux, a Ranger, some sort of dual cab ute, your tow bar will be hanging underneath your tray, and it'll be a lot lower than some of the wagons. So this allows you to have a perfectly flat van without having a drop hitch. It's fully gusseted, it's an absolute weapon. We've also added in this electric jack. I've never owned one myself previously. This may be something that we cull for weight saving. We're not too sure yet because there is a little bit of weight in this reinforced bracket and the gussets that actually hold this electric jack.
Very, very important announcement here, guys. It's a public announcement. Last week, we put a call out to you guys to help us get our mates Tanami four-wheel drive, so the mob that built our draw system, to 1,000 subscribers.
If we get you 1,000 subscribers on YouTube on the Tanami one, you're going to get a tattoo of my name on your ass, hey?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, 1 week later, and we've absolutely smashed it. They're at 2,000 subscribers, so that's absolutely insane. Thank you guys for all getting around that for one, and also having a laugh. You guys are the funnest viewers and supporters ever. We wouldn't trade our audience for anyone. You guys are absolute legends, and all the comments that you've been leaving on Tanami's thing are absolute piss take. I've been losing my shit reading them all, so thank you. So Noah is getting an arse tat. We need to come up with some design ideas together. So we're going to be doing that project together. We're going to be in Melbourne very shortly, so I'm going to be filming the arse tat as proof, but also filming that $4,500 draw giveaway that one of you lucky buggers is going to win. So very stoked about that. So thank you so much, guys. I wanted to give you an update on that. iCheck, so ICHECK, are doing a massive sale as well. So right now is the best time to buy a tyre pressure monitoring system because you can get 10% off free shipping plus a free set of tyre deflators. I check are making some of the best gear in the country, so make sure you get in that, but you have to use the discount code SKT. Noah's going to be stoked with his ass tat, and back to the video.
All right, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna show you the layout that we've designed for our new caravan. Okay, normally when you downsize caravans, you have to sacrifice something, and usually it is your ensuite. And normally people go into a combo shower toilet. However, we have still got a full ensuite in here. So we've got our compost Nature's Head toilet. We've got a full shower, full-size shower. And we also still have our washing machine. Now we've gone for a wall mount washing machine this time just to save a bit of weight. And we will talk about how that goes over the next few months. But yeah, we have got a full ensuite in here and we haven't sacrificed any of our stuff in our bathroom, which is amazing. So the first huge change we've made to the caravan is this layout here. So in our previous full-size caravan, we had a massive couch that went this full length around here. And we found that there was a huge wasted space in the middle where we would just end up putting all of our junk. So we wanted to utilize this space a bit better for a couple. So we've made a nice little just straight couch, and then we've added ourselves in a little bench space with all drawers along there. So these are full length drawers. So this will be perfect for pantry storage for all of our camera gear. We then come around to the kitchen, and this kitchen has been shortened just a touch, but you really can't tell. And usually when you shorten a kitchen, you're losing your bench space. So by adding this, we're not sacrificing any of our bench space, and we still have so much space to prepare and cook dinner. As you can see down here, we've got something different. We're very, very excited about this. We're not going to talk too much about it now, but we are going to trial and test this in the next few travel episodes. So if you think you know what this is, comment down below, give us your tips from using it, because we are very, very keen to try this out. Okay, so with this caravan, it wasn't just what we want and what we've learned on the road, it's actually what you guys have learned on the road too. And we've spoken to so many full-time travelers, and we've taken on board all of their advice and feedback as well. So normally with a hybrid caravan, you do have to go for the east-west bed just to save that space. However, that's not something we wanted in the caravan, and we've spoken to older couples who said they weren't able to make the bed, they couldn't climb up onto it, and it was just too hard. So they said having access to walk around the bed was crucial. So we've done that with this caravan, and we've designed it so that it's still easy to make your bed. You're not having to lift up the whole mattress and climb over your partner and stuff to get in and out. So you can still walk right around the bed, and you're not sacrificing any of your storage space either. So we've got full storage across the top here, and they go quite deep. And then we've got a double-sized wardrobe over on this side.
The ladies are gonna love this. Have a look at this.
So this is my storage,
and then this is mine.
Keelan's.
That's alright, I'm happy with that, trust me. But look at that, that is ridiculous.
It's
Sarah could
huge.
get in there. Like,
So-
that's deep. Put your arm fully to the back.
I can't reach the back.
Like, people won't grasp
Yeah.
the depth of that. That's a massive space.
So I think we could possibly even put a divider in here, or put like some big baskets. But yeah, that is a massive amount of clothes storage in there.
And then this is the walk around too, guys. So as you can see here, it's not a little walk around.
And we've got double storage in here. We've got two big drawers.
Same.
And then we've got our 32-inch smart TV. We haven't put that on the wall, obviously, yet. That was Keelan's non-negotiable, to have a bigger TV in this van.
Of course. Rightio, so I'm a big girthy lad, and I'm 100 kilos, right, 6'2". As you can see, the van is still plenty high. I've still got so much room above my head there. And look at this, I'm not a small human, and you can sort of grasp the size of all this area. Like, I could get down and probably do 50 push-ups. No, not 50. I could do 5 push-ups down there. Like, I'm trying to give you guys an accurate space, because like I said, we have gone 2.2 wide, and that is pretty revolutionary, because there's only a couple people that do niche caravans that actually do a 2.2 meter caravan. But yeah, I don't know why more people don't do this, because like Sarah said, she's got this huge wardrobe space. I personally don't carry too much gear, too much clothes, so I've got ample across the top there. And let me know, lads, are you guys the same? Are you all carrying a lot of like clothes and stuff? Because in our relationship, Sarah carries probably twice as much clothes than me, and that's totally fine, because I got 3 surfboards in the back of the car. So anyway, this is so sick. We're so stoked with this, and like Sarah said, east-west bed was not an option for us, and not an option for a lot of you guys out there, because you got to climb over. And normally the only other option with a hybrid caravan, this is sort of not a hybrid caravan, but with hybrids, you've actually lose all your walk around completely. The bed actually encapsulates the whole front of the van, essentially. It goes from wall to wall. Now this is so ideal. We've still got a queen size bed, which Sarah's going to talk a little bit about this in a minute, because this is pretty special as well. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic way of doing it. I'm so stoked with how this has turned out, because we had no idea when we drew all this down. Like, we didn't even know if it was going to work. So this is sick.
Okay, so we have gone smaller caravan, but we haven't sacrificed with our queen bed. This is a full queen size bed. And on top here, we've got our Dreamer RV mattress topper. It's actually self-inflating at the moment. The reason we go for this mattress topper and not just one off eBay or whatever is because we've had those previously and they always slip down, slip across, and you're having to remake the bed every single day. Dreamer RV have come out with a caravan specific mattress topper. So it's got the curved corners here, and then on the bottom it's got this non-slip material so it doesn't slip around, and it's also got straps. So it's got one big strap to go around the bottom, and on your corners you've got these little straps here. So it fully straps down to the mattress so it doesn't move at all. We had one in our last caravan, we had it for the full year, and it did not slip at all. It's so good. Yeah, we love them and we swear by them, and it also protects your mattress. So if you did want one of these mattress toppers or the waterproof mattress protector, head over to Dreamer RV. Our discount code is SKT, and that's going to save you $15 off your order. They're absolutely amazing and we love them.
Now, one thing you guys will be wondering is, what 12 volt system are you running? Now, I'm not going to tell you what 12 volt system we're running, because this is a brand new system and it's so freaking sick. I'm geeking out on it. I don't even know how to use it yet. We're running the aircon off-grid right now. It's absolutely elite. But what I will say, and you guys know, is that we're super loyal to the people that we've been partnered up with for so many years now. We're still running the iTech World batteries. We've actually mounted them under the couch. We're running the 3 240 amp hour lithium batteries from iTech World. So we've got 720 amp hours. We haven't lost any capacity there from our last van, and we've downsized, which is sick. Plus we get all that underbed storage back, and they're not on the chassis either, so it's a really, really good spot. So if you guys did want a discount code at iTech World, me and Sarah have a discount code, and that is SKT, so Sarah Keelan Travels. It's just our initials, SKT. You put that in at the checkout stage on their website. It's also good over the phone too, so if you state that code over the phone, you're also going to get a discount. But SKT is going to save you 5% off no matter the sale. It's going to go on top of the sale price. So make sure you remember SKT at iTech World. Give it to your friends and family. There's no excuse not to save that extra 5% off. Everyone should be putting that money back in their pocket. So SKT. The rest of the 12 volt is in a little hidden compartment, which I'm going to show you in the coming weeks. And the screen that I'm looking at right now, let me tell you, it's about that freaking big. Some people already know what it is. Anyway, let's sit down on this couch here, and we're going to talk to you guys about why it's got no stickers, what we're not showing you and why we're not showing you, and a few little juicy aspects about what we're doing with this caravan this year.
Okay, so if you've been watching our channel for a few years now, you'd know that we hold our integrity to the highest degree possible, and we have so much respect for you guys. So you won't ever see anything on our channel that we haven't actually used, tested and loved ourselves. So that is basically why it's non-stickered, because this is a brand new model, brand new layout, and we want to actually make sure that this is going to work and be really great before we go and put our names to it and recommend it to you guys.
Yeah, it's nothing different between me when I was year 8 and I was probably in the same still mature mindset that I am today. And I was in bloody chemistry class. I'd have a few little beakers of bloody Bunsen burner and I was mixing shit up and seeing what happens. That's essentially what we've done now.
Yeah.
Like we said, we've been doing this for 4 years. I know the 12 volt and power side of things really well, but we've been given this opportunity to fully design this van. That is a little bit scary in some ways. Now, we're taking this very, very seriously, guys, and we're going to test, like Sarah said, everything. Yeah. But you'll never see us not test something first. We'll either show you us testing it, or we will actually have it for a long time before we promote it. So,
and like, we're very confident that this layout and everything that we've put into this caravan is going to be ideal, but we just want to be on the safe side, and we do want to take it and live in it for at least 2 months before we come clean to you guys and give you all of the details.
Yeah, so the first place you guys are going to see this van is if you drive past us on the road. Trust me, you're going to be able to identify it. There's nothing else like it that looks similar to this. It's absolutely rare as. So if you see us coming down the road, shoot us a wave. We're always on channel 40. Call us up on channel 40. Come have a chat about it. But the first place the general public are going to see it, if they don't see us on the road, is at the Brisbane Caravan Show, and that is going to be at the start of June. We're going to reveal this thing to everyone. We're going to tell you exactly what brand it is. It's going to be fully stickered up, and hopefully everything is going to be ironed out. But
Yeah.
like Sarah said, our hypotheses on why we've done specific things is something that we need to test ourselves before you guys go out and purchase it. So yeah, I hope that's made it a little bit clear and why we haven't stickered the van. So yeah, we cannot wait to show you guys more. And we are hitting the road as of next Friday. You're going to see our first travel video back on the road.
Finally.
Yeah. If you haven't watched our Ningaloo 2 episodes up there, it was pretty eventful. I hope you go watch that because you'll have a good laugh.
Yeah.
But we cannot wait to get back on the road, hey? We're so excited.
I think our parents are happy for us to go now
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
We've been back living with them. They've been cooking and cleaning for us. We've fully gone back to being kids. Oh,
There's the Ranger. Someone's called the Ranger on us again. This happened last year as well.
Oh, he is pulling up too.
So you're not allowed to camp on this beach, and we did the same walk around video last year on this exact beach as well. No one tows caravans down here, so people must dob on people for.
Well, there was a couple in the car park when we came down, so they probably just like
called the cops.
Rang the Ranger.
That's how rare it is to see a caravan on the beach. Oh, the Ranger's pulling up. How you going? So just while I brown nose this Ranger, it's probably a good time to spill the beans about this caravan, but strap in, I'm about to get more philosophical than Alan Watts after he rips a heap of devil's lettuce. This caravan to us is more than just a caravan. We've been lucky enough to travel this beautiful country for the last 5 years almost. We're coming up to our 5th year now, and we've had 5 caravans. So this is our 5th. We've had all sorts of different off-road caravans, and in that 5 years of full-time travel, we've also been trying to push the limits of where you can take these things, but also how long you can stay off-grid and remote for. So not only that, we've been blessed to talk to thousands and thousands of you guys, whether that's at shows, campgrounds, wherever it may be. So this caravan is a representation of all those things. Call me ambitious, but me and Sarah wanted to create something that's nothing like it on the market essentially, and take all those experiences, traveling for 5 years, owning all these caravans, all the things that we've learned along the way, put them into one thing and create the most premium couples, off-grid, remote touring, beastie things that's on the market. But we need to fine tune this, and we owe it to you guys before we announce it and release this thing to the public. But we have to thank you guys. Nothing is possible without you guys, and we take this very seriously, and we cannot wait to bring you along for this journey. Rightio guys, that's a sneak peek at the van and what's to come this year. We're absolutely stoked, but one thing's for sure, no matter what setup you've got, make sure you get out there and enjoy Australia. We're about to leave tomorrow on our dream lap. We hope you can come along for it.